local harvest directly to downtown Minneapolis. They prioritize sourcing as many ingredients as possible from local farmers. Check them out on South 2nd Street next to the Guthrie Theater, open Wednesday through Sunday. Visit farmerskitchenandbar.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded. Welcome your hosts, Caddy Frank and Sarah Kemp, as they lead discussions about substance use disorder and the journey to recovery. You're listening to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution.
Hello, all of the Pride. Hello, Pride people. My name is Caddy Frank. I am here at Pride Festival, as I just screamed at all the folks. I'm with AM 950, the progressive radio station and the voice of Minnesota. I am here with Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution, and I am so excited to be here. Who else is here with me?
Your co-host, Sarah Kemp.
Sarah, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And who's down at the end of the table there?
My name is Eddie, and I'm glad to be here too.
You are? I'm glad to have you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So we are at Pride Festival. We are the first show of the day on Saturday. So I want to say hello, everybody. Everybody wave at us. We're wave. Hello. Welcome to Pride.
Morning. Bienvenidos todos.
Yes. So Minnesota Recovery Connection is an organization that honors the recovery community, recovering from substance use disorder, addiction, all those things. Right, Sarah? Yeah, I can't hear you very well.
I know.
Can't hear Sarah. Sarah.
I'm.
There we go.
Oh,
There. Kiss it.
Okay, got it.
There you go.
I'm little for this chair.
You're little for this chair, but
Yes.
you know you're big in spirit.
I am.
We love that.
Yes.
So we are here for Minnesota Recovery Connection. We're just getting our boots on the ground. Eddie, Sarah, what do you do at Minnesota Recovery Connection?
I am the director of community relations. I oversee our recovery core navigators. I oversee some of our CPRSs, our certified peer recovery specialists. Keep Caddy going,
Under control.
What do you do at Minnesota Recovery Connection, Caddy?
Let's see. What do? I do the training for the peer recovery specialists. I reach out into community and know a lot of people because, Eddie, what is Minnesota Recovery Connection as a recovery community organization?
Well, Minnesota Recovery Connection is the first one community organization who is developing the system in Spanish. Es por eso que estoy aquí, para desarrollar el sistema en español y decirles a todos, todos son bienvenidos en cualquier idioma.
I love that for our bilingual,
I do.
our bilingual community. I want to reach out so much to them. Thank you.
You know what we didn't do?
What did we do? Oh, we forgot the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sarah, what's right with you today?
What's right with me today is that it's Pride weekend, it's beautiful weather, and then I'm off for the next week.
Yeah.
So,
She's on vacation.
That's what's right with me today.
She's so right.
I am. Eddie, what's right with you today?
Well, in support of my community, who is the Hispanic community, because Minnesota Recovery Connection is the first one who is developing the system in Spanish. I know that people who are speaking in Spanish have a great knowledge about the program with 12 steps, but we are here to support all the pathways to recovery.
Yes, we are. It's one of the founding pieces of what we do at Minnesota Recovery Connection. Sarah, what are some pathways that people can use for recovery? Because we want to just help all of the people who are listening, maybe some people walking by, when they hear recovery, they're like, recovery from what?
So one of my pathways is, Caddy laughs at me, but I watch Hallmark movies and I hang out with my cats.
There ain't nothing wrong with either one of those.
No, and I'm a homebody now, so I just like being at home. That's for whatever reason, that's one of my pathways. Probably because it's my safety place.
Yeah, you feel secure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eddie, what is one of your pathways to recovery?
Well, one of them is being with the people, helping the people, making service, and trying to be with my community, speaking about my recovery and trying to help others to help me to be here, to be pride, to be applaud, to be between the people who is trying to be in recovery too.
Yeah.
Caddy, what are one of your pathways to recovery?
So pathway gardening, of course.
Of course.
I've mentioned that I think at least 1 million times in the last couple of years.
Do you have something new?
In my garden?
No, just
Something new. I'm like, in my
Just-
garden? Yes, I have all kinds of flourishing flowers in my garden.
No, but we talk about how recovery always evolves and things like that. But do you
Yeah.
have something new?
Well, I always like crafty things. You know that. I was doing my diamond dotting last night. So
Probably late into the night.
too late into the night. Always keeping my mind open for things that I can be doing to kind of keep the squirrels in my brain that are running around like crazy. That's really important. So, Eddie, I want to ask you a very specific question. You mentioned the Hispanic community, and you were so amazing during Metro Surge, reaching out to people, bringing them food, bringing them the message of recovery, bringing them hope in general. Can you just give us a little snapshot of what that whole experience was like when you were working with folks?
Well, as a organization who is trying to help the people in the recovery, we went to the houses of our people who was our participants. But being more than in that way, we went to help the people, the whole people, if you were in recovery or not, trying to send a message of hope.
Hope.
The people was pretty sad. The people was hopeless, and we was trying to be there to support the people in this sadness moment.
Yeah. Well, I know you asked me during the siege of the ICE invasion that we had in the Twin Cities to deliver food a few times, and it was probably one of the most important things I've done in maybe a long time, was to walk up to somebody's house and be available and just say, here's nutrition, here's food. And yes, it came from Minnesota Recovery Connection. I am a representative of Minnesota Recovery Connection, but more importantly, I was a representative of humanity. And to me, I want to thank you right now for doing what you did, because it really helped me sort of see where I can put in community service whenever the need strikes.
As a team from Minnesota Recovery Connection, we make a great support to the Hispanic community, and others. I know others organizations who support the recovery. They make a great job too, helping us with donations, helping us making delivers, making food for the other people. Too many churches, too many RCOs, and too many volunteers was helping us who can be outside for the people who was hiding about our government.
Yeah.
I mean, you are really great at getting donations for a whole bunch of food and household items.
Well, I wasn't alone because
No, you weren't.
everyone was helping my little effort.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I want to kind of pull out of this whole idea. And that is, when we get together as communities, whatever the cause is, when we have a common, we want to give hope, we want to give care, we want to give just understanding, and we want to do it without judgment. Because that judgment is really, because we judge ourselves so harshly. Sarah, did you judge yourself during your substance use?
I sure did. And I did when I was in my early recovery too.
Really? Tell me more about that.
Because when I finally got into my recovery, you remember all the things that at least I remember all the things that I did. And I was like, oh, that's I was just the shame of
the shame of the actions.
The people that or the person I became when I was in my active use. I didn't like that person. And I still think about it to this day, to be honest, sometimes, but I think it's good.
Yeah, it's a reminder.
It's a reminder of who I don't want to be and where I don't want to go back to.
Yeah.
Because I was also talking to a participant yesterday that was...
Hola, bienvenidos. Sorry, Sarah.
It's okay.
Gotta welcome
I
all
need
guests.
to do that because I saw the people speaking in Spanish.
That's why we have you
That's
here.
why we're here. No, I had a conversation with a participant yesterday that was talking about how he likes having the reminders of who he was.
Yeah.
Because it reminds him he doesn't want to go back to drinking.
Right.
He doesn't like that version of himself when he's drinking or using. And I said, if that's one of your pathways to keep you in your long-term recovery, by all means.
Yeah. I think what we can do is we can recall the past, but we don't have to live in the past.
And it's not healthy to live in it for too long.
Right. Because it can skew your view of how you want to become. Eddie, how long have you been in recovery?
21 years.
21 years.
And you're 25 years, aren't you,
I
Patty?
know. Fist bump. We got the 20s at the table.
Wow. I feel like a baby.
Well, you are a baby. You can barely reach the mic at
I can
this point.
Oh my God, I am the baby of the group.
But you are huge in personality.
Yes,
so that's what matters.
I try.
What I want to do also is I want to acknowledge the fact that having had this opportunity to be on AM 950, the progressive radio station here for now 2+ years, which is the gift of my life, that if I hadn't been in recovery and been able to fulfill dreams, I wouldn't be sitting where I am. So what's a dream that has come true for you, Sarah, in your recovery?
I think having a healthy relationship, because I came from a very codependent, toxic relationship, and then doing the work on myself to become healthy for myself, and then finding a partner that loves me for who I was, but loves me for who I am now. And it's an overall healthier relationship than I've ever had in my life.
Wow. What's one thing that you've gotten in your recovery that really is in your brain, Eddie? What's a big change?
Well, my life has changed in every way. But the most important, I think, is because right now I am living happy every day and in service. I'm very glad to be in service every day.
What does happy look like to you when you say that? You're happy every day. What does that look like?
Well, the first of all is because when I wake up, I can make a meditation. I can make my prayers in my own way.
Yeah.
I am not leading any religious or religion, but I'm very happy to have a higher power in my own acknowledgement.
Yeah.
And the universe is helping me to live the life every day
as you want to.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it is kind of amazing when you get, how many years do you have?
6.
6. I mean, 6 is a monumental amount.
I've been in recovery longer than I've used.
Wow.
I only really used for 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, as a person who used for far more than that, but I've tipped over, I think I've said that before, I've tipped over that edge where I've tipped over that, whatever that is, I've tipped over
that line
in the
I don't know if that's the right word, but
where I'm in recovery longer than I used. It's kind of amazing. So congratulations, because it really is an accomplishment where you can say I've been in recovery longer than I had any substances in my body.
And I don't know about you two, because you've been in recovery a lot longer than I have, but sometimes it feels like it just was yesterday.
You start to be sober more than faster than me, because my sobriety started like 5 years being dry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's sort of been phases of recovery that you've walked in. And I think, you know, then that's what we talk about with harm reduction too.
Yes, that's
correct. You know, when we talk about if you change your use, if you do it differently, it really makes a huge difference.
And that's the important part about what we do at Minnesota Recovery Connection, is that we honor all pathways and what recovery looks like for you.
Yes.
Because everybody's recovery is different.
So I want to make sure that I thank the sponsors that have taken their appreciation of Minnesota Recovery Connection, but for AM 950 Progressive Radio Station, Planned Parenthood, Violet Wine and Spirits, and Amy Rosk, No Place Like Home at Remax Recovery Results.
At Planned Parenthood, they believe everyone deserves health care that respects their identity and their personal decisions. Whether you need gender-affirming care, STI testing, birth control, or an expert to answer your sexual health questions, they're here for you. They even offer select primary care. Many of Planned Parenthood's services are available by telehealth, or you can visit any of their 10 Minnesota health centers. You can learn more about Planned Parenthood's healthcare, educational programming, and advocacy work at ppncs.org or find them at Twin Cities Pride.
Divorce changed everything. Your name, your home, maybe your whole future. But here's what too many women don't realize. Your old will still names your ex. Your old beneficiaries still stand. At Schroman Law, we're an all-women firm built for this moment. We make sure your documents match your new life and fiercely protect the people who matter most. Your independence deserves legal protection. SchromanLaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
Get a head start in your summer reading. The locally owned Next Chapter Booksellers has an expansive collection that includes the latest bestsellers, classic novels, and more. The friendly staff is great at making recommendations for just about anyone. And with holidays, birthdays, and graduations coming up, a book, game, or puzzle from Next Chapter Booksellers makes the perfect gift. Plus, Next Chapter Booksellers hosts events like author signings and book clubs. So stop in and browse the store off Snelling and Grand in St. Paul. More at nextchapterbooksellers.com.
The place for live music is the Park Tavern. Live music takes over the Park Tavern's dog-friendly patio. Head over on Tuesday, June 30th. It's Sam Casito. Wednesday, July 1st, it's Carl Davis. And on Thursday, July 2nd, it's Tom Hunter. Music runs from 5:30 to 8 p.m. and reservations for groups of 8 or more are recommended. And the Park Tavern offers private and semi-private spaces for small and large groups with no room fees and no minimum spending requirements. On Louisiana Avenue north of Highway 7 in St. Louis Park, outdoor live music is on at the Park Tavern.
I have the perfect weekend getaway for you. Take the short drive to Winona and see the 2 productions of the Great River Shakespeare Festival in their new home in the heart of downtown. Great River specializes in making Shakespeare fun and relevant to modern audiences. See A Midsummer Night's Dream and Pericles. Spend the night in the brand new luxurious Hotel 44 North right on the Mississippi River. It will be the best weekend of your summer, June 24th to July 26th. Visit grsf.org.
This Pride Month, discover all the ways your public library celebrates and supports LGBTQ+ communities. Visit MELSA at booth 212 during the Twin Cities Pride Festival, June 27th and 28th in Loring Park. Share your favorite LGBTQ+ reads, browse recommendations from fellow attendees, pick up free buttons and bookmarks, and connect with local librarians. Explore the Metro Pride book list featuring books for all ages and identities. Find your next great read and learn more at melsa.org/pride-booklist.
Time to get serious.
Are we back? Hi, everybody. This is Caddy from Minnesota Recovery Connection.
Hello,
And
Eddie.
hi, Eddie.
Hi, Caddy.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, people. Let's wave to the people out there in Pride Land. Hello, hello. We are doing a live show here on AM 950. It's called Redefining Recovery, a Recovery Revolution. And I just want to welcome everybody to Pride. It's a fabulous day. This is something that we get to do as an organization. And I want to do another shout out to our incredible sponsors for supporting AM 950 and what we're doing today, which is Planned Parenthood, which is something that I used back in the day to keep healthy and keep my my stuff together. We'll just put it that way. Violet Wine and Spirits. That sounds marvelous. We are a recovery program, but you know what? Not everybody has to be in recovery.
Nope.
We get to do what we want to do, right, Sam?
Exactly. Live our lives the way we want to.
Exactly. And then Amy Rusnick of No Place Like Home for Remax Recovery Results. I believe we actually had somebody who we used them for buying our house. I'm kind of sure.
Oh,
Yeah. So welcome everybody. We have a lot of people. I saw my first furry, everybody.
yes, I did too.
The day is complete when I see a furry walk by because then
And-
I know we're at Pride.
And I found my corn dog stand.
You did?
I bought that one when we were walking in this morning.
Okay.
So I know where I'm going to get my corn dog.
Nice.
I
Did you
told-
get a regular size or the jumbo?
The regular.
Okay.
Because we're trying to be healthier, right? Eric and I are trying to be healthier. But I said, if I see a corn dog stand, I'm getting a corn dog.
There you go. Eddie, have you seen anything that you want to visit today so far here at Pride Festival?
Well, I love the colorful of the place, but I love the cheese curds.
Oh, cheese curds are
Oh,
good.
fabulous.
I love the Wisconsin cheese. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You know, where was I? I was just at a store and they had cheese curds that were dill and
We were at Hy-Vee. when
yes,
we were in
not a
Faribault.
shout out to Hy-Vee, but thank you, Hy-Vee.
Sorry.
Garlic and dill, right?
Yes, we were in Yes, I remember this because we were grocery shopping together.
Thank you. Yes. So one of the things I want to tell people about is that we just had a rousing discussion at the booth before we came here about the people who have a justice impacted background.
Okay.
And one of the things that came up was that people have a perception about people that are in jail or in county jails that really they're just a hot mess all the time. And Eddie, you do work in Dakota County jails, right?
That's correct. And St. Cloud too.
And St. Cloud. Tell us a little bit about the people that you encounter there. And like when you get to come in and talk about representing recovery, how do they look at you? Like, are you nuts? Or are you giving them something that maybe is new to them? What does that look like?
Well, some people doesn't have a trust on us because they don't know our system or program. But a few meetings after that, the people start to make great steps. They put more efforts on doing the recovery and start to developing the sobriety even when they are in the prison.
And then in jails,
Yes.
yeah. They begin to think about it, right?
Yes, they think a lot about the problem for send the
That got
for
them there.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I want to point out. And that is sometimes when people are in prison or in jail, they don't think about their substance use and their addiction as really being the problem. They got in trouble, but they don't necessarily put the two together. Would that be accurate?
Yes, that's the situation. A todos los que escuchan español, quiero decirles que estamos para apoyarlos en la comunidad, también dentro de la prisión. Minnesota Recovery Connection está desarrollando el sistema en español en las prisiones del estado de Minnesota. Y estamos para apoyarlos a todos ustedes.
And what did you just say?
Yeah, I was going to say, Caddy and I were looking at each other like, what?
I love it.
I am
love it.
talking with the people who are speaking in Spanish because they deserve that. And,
Yes.
100%.
And after that is because we are trying to develop in the system in the prisons for the people who are speaking in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I would love?
What?
And this just came to me. I would love if between you and Eddie do a Spanish RCA in the DOC.
Oh, dream on, girl. I think
I
that
know,
one
but
might
it
be a little
just,
tough.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I think every language would need to have that. But I think how many folks do you encounter in the jail and prisons? I mean, like, what's the population that you're talking to? 5 people, 10 people, 20 people?
Well, right now I have 9 participants, but in the last year I am been talking with more than 30.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
And I mean, I think that's amazing because what we do know is that once you talk to somebody, they'll talk to somebody.
Yes, that's correct. And one of the what can I say, like big situations or big successful things is because the people when out of the jail, they go to the meetings outside.
Oh, good.
And that's good for us because they are
Yeah.
trying to be in recovery after being in the prison.
Yeah.
That's good.
So what's happening inside is brought outside, and
That's
they
correct.
they begin to. So
At least they are trying not
They're trying.
to be again in the same spot like months before or years before.
exactly, yeah, trying to change the trajectory, trying to change their patterns of life.
Well, and we were just more or less in Faribault,
Yeah,
DOC this last week.
Department of Corrections.
Department of Corrections, sorry. And they're talking about how they do all recovery meetings multiple days a week.
Yeah,
They have certified peer, or not certified, but they are certified.
Some are certified. Yeah.
So they have certified peer recovery specialists also to help the other guys that want to get into recovery or are recovery curious. So they're doing the deal down there where hopefully recovery can be more accepted. I don't know if that's the word.
understood. I think
Understood. There we
understood.
go.
Yeah, accepted that it's okay.
Yes.
And I think maybe that's what you're talking about too, Eddie, and that is when we start talking about addiction is a problem, and either you get into jail or you get into a fight with your partner or you do something you wish you hadn't done, which I did plenty of times. That once you start thinking about what was going wrong while you used, and then maybe you start thinking, maybe I just don't want to get into any of that kerfuffle again, that stuff again. And I think that's the important part for anybody who's listening. Hello, humans. How are you? Thank you for listening to our show. Thank you. Welcome to Pride Festival.
Hola todos, bienvenidos. Bienvenidos.
Yay.
Buenos días. Gracias por
I
estar
love
aquí.
it. That's so wonderful. We have a bilingual show today. Yeah, for people to understand that when we get to talk to people and we get to understand that got finger signals going here. I love
You're not used to doing a live show.
No, it's wonderful though.
It is
But
wonderful. Just
it's distracting.
Yes.
So if we get distracted, just love us because we're here.
yes.
But when we talk about something openly, it becomes something that we can at least know that we don't have to hide all the time. We might not be comfortable about it talking, right?
Yeah.
How many of us were like, I'm a meth addict, right? Whatever your name is.
I didn't say it like that, but
How did you identify yourself when you were maybe in early recovery? How did you kind of come out of the shadows?
I think I just said I was in recovery. I don't necessarily remember talking about what specifically. And maybe I did that subconsciously because of the stigma that goes along with meth addiction.
Say more about that, because that was really impactful when you were talking to that about the guys down in Faribault for that first day.
Oh yeah. That seemed to hit home with some of the guys that we were talking with. Just the stigma of meth is more of a methamphetamine. Oh, I'm off my game today, guys. I'm sorry. Methamphetamine use is more dirty. It's more secretive. Because you're up for longer periods of time, some people might think that you're crazy.
Yeah, whacked out.
Because I remember I did see shadow people and I heard things, and I was up for days at a time.
Yeah.
So I understand why people thought we were crazy.
Yeah.
But that stigma of just being same with I think there's some such stigma too with opiate use.
Hey, I'm going to try to call out. There's a guy walking by that was trained in the Department of Corrections right across the street. You have no idea how badly you want to get up and run over there. Oh, Lord. This is the impact that can happen in the world, y'all. I get to see people who are incarcerated out in community, and he's in a white T-shirt right over there. Good heavens to Betsy. Blue-haired lady, will you tap him? Tap him. Right here, over at the radio station. Okay, sorry, y'all. I want to say hi to somebody so bad.
No, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
He can't see me. Okay, anyways, just keep talking about what was the thing that you said to the guys?
Oh, you're going to ask me to remember a week ago?
Yeah. No, what you talked about in terms of you'd rather be an alcoholic.
Oh, yes. I remember. I remember saying that I wish I was just an alcoholic and not a meth addict because of the stigma that goes along with it, the perception that goes along with it. But I also think that alcohol is way more accepted these days, or not these days, but just in general.
Yeah, it's just
and
not.
Caddy just has the biggest smile on her face right now.
Oh my God, we're just talking about folks. So, give me your name.
My name is Ryan McEwen.
Ryan, you were part of the Department of Corrections training, weren't you, my friend? And how was that? There's a mic. Oh yeah, let's get a mic.
You me out here now.
I know. So I just want to say hi. I saw you walking by. I'm like, oh my gosh, because we're talking about training in the Department of Corrections. How was that class, and what did it impact you when you learned about peer recovery services?
I think the class was very impactful. It helped a lot of the guys out, not only with creating new boundaries and space for themselves, but also how to help others out as well. As we would say, get in the passenger seat and show them the world.
Oh, it's working.
It's
working. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Tell me what you're doing these days.
I am working at BFS. It's a building company doing shipping and receiving.
Nice.
Working hard. As of right now, I'm still on the work release program, but I'll be getting done with that in November.
Sweet.
So working hard, staying out of trouble, and looking forward to the future.
That is the magic that happens.
Yes, it is.
My God, it's so good to see you. Thank
so
you. And
good
I'm
to see
sure
you
there's
too.
some fellas back here too that are probably part of the same community. So
Yes.
I just want to say hello. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you. Okay, we're going to
Thank
go
you,
back to
Caddy.
take care, love.
I'll call you.
Okay, please do. Okay.
Recovery works.
Recovery works.
Exactly. This is the power of what we do.
Gusto en saludarte.
Native. But hey, that was such a moment.
It wasn't, but this is the power of what we have the opportunity to do.
Yes.
You've gone into more Department of Corrections than I have, but the powerfulness, I don't know where I was going with that, of the class.
Yeah.
And the connection that you and when Alicia was here, the two of you made with the individuals that you trained. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they come and they see you and they get so excited, and the impact that you've made on them and how they're living their lives differently now.
Yeah.
Not that it's all you, but
I'll take all the credit. No, I'm just kidding.
But you've made such a big impact. And I know, Eddie, when you go into the Dakota County Jail, I'm sure you're making such a big impact on those guys in the Dakota County Jail.
Well, it's my best hope to help
Yeah.
the people there.
Yeah.
If they are trying to be on recovery, understand one word, one situation, one example, it's going to be a great day for everyone there.
Exactly.
So, Eddie, where else, and speak to the community that you are reaching out to, where are some of the places that you are talking about the services that Minnesota Recovery Connection does, but where you've experienced your recovery journey? So, talking English or talking Spanish, talk about to the people that might be happening to listen where they can find you and get that one-on-one, not necessarily one-on-one, but that personal touch that you can bring to people. Where are some of the places and who would you like to speak to? We got 2 minutes until our next break.
Well, mostly of the time I'm trying to explain the situation in Spanish.
Right.
But because our program is in that way, but if at some point some people appear and is trying to speak in English, we can help the people too in that way.
So where are you in the community? Are you like in the southern metro? Are you all over? Like where are you?
Churches, where are you doing some of this marvelous work?
The recovery is everywhere.
Well, I know that.
He had a little smirk on his face before he said that too.
Well, and I also know now I realize that that question is hard to answer because there's some spaces and places.
Yes. Okay.
where
Yes.
that-
I just remembered that. So I'm so
There
sorry.
are spaces and places that Eddie gets to go that help the community in ways that all of us do, but he has to keep quiet because we need to keep people safe because we still have issues going on in the Twin Cities with all of the harm reduction.
Yeah. We are not trying to be hide in that way, but we are not saying the exactly location. because
Yes.
Some people who is not supporting us is gonna be trying to be there.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
And we want to keep everyone as safe as we can.
Right. But in that you are still spreading incredible messages of recovery in all those spaces and places, and I think that's what's important. So I just admire the work that you're doing, and I think that we're going to take a break real quick. When we come back, I would like you to take some time in Spanish and talk to people that might be listening, people that are walking by, a little bit about what you share with folks. And again, I would like to thank you, Planned Parenthood, Violet Wine and Spirits, and Amy Rusnick, and the No Place Like Home Remax Recovery. Sorry.
Remax Home?
Remax Home results. Thank you very much.
Hey, it's Patrick for Zero Res. Summer is here and Zero Res has the best deal of the summer on tap just for you right now. School's going to be out if it's not out already, and maybe you're having a graduation party at your house or a summer celebration with friends and family. Don't let rising gas prices stop you from having a clean, healthy home. Zero Res is keeping comfort affordable with powerful cleaning at a price families can feel good about. Get things off on the right Foot this summer with Zero Res's big summer savings. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 plus $599 for a whole system air duct cleaning. Call 9520-RES or go to ZeroResMinnesota.com and say you want the AM 950 special. Backward or forward spells the same. Zero Res.
This Pride Month, discover all the ways your public library celebrates and supports LGBTQ plus communities. Visit MELSA at booth 212 during the Twin Cities Pride Festival, June 27th and 28th in Loring Park. Share your favorite LGBTQ plus reads, browse recommendations from fellow attendees, pick up free buttons and bookmarks, and connect with local librarians. Explore the Metro Pride book list featuring books for all ages and identities. Find your next great read and learn more at melsa.org/pride-booklist.
Love doesn't automatically equal legal protection. Legal documents do. Even with marriage equality, your family may not be protected the way that you think. Who gets your kids if something happens? Will the hospital recognize your partner? And if they can't be there, is your best friend your healthcare backup? That all needs to be in writing. At Schroman Law, we're an all-women firm that sees, honors, and builds bulletproof protection around your family. SchromanLaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
The place for live music is the Park Tavern. Live music takes over the Park Tavern's dog-friendly patio. Head over on Tuesday, June 30th. It's Sam Casito. Wednesday, July 1st, it's Carl Davison. On Thursday, July 2nd, it's Tom Hunter. Music runs from 5:30 to 8 p.m. and reservations for groups of 8 or more are recommended. And the Park Tavern offers private and semi-private spaces for small and large groups with no room fees and no minimum spending requirements. On Louisiana Avenue, north of Highway 7 in St. Louis Park, outdoor live music is on at the Park Tavern.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Today, sunshine with a high of 83, then tonight, cloudy with a low of 65. Farmer's Kitchen and Bar connects the local harvest directly to downtown Minneapolis. They prioritize sourcing as many ingredients as possible from local farmers. Check them out on South 2nd Street next to the Guthrie Theater, open Wednesday through Sunday. Visit farmerskitchenandbar.com.
AM 950 KTN up, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
We have some new music that brings us in. And welcome back to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here at AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
I realized that I've never heard this one. Because last week when you were with Wendy, I wasn't a part of it. So this is my first time
hearing some new music.
Interesting.
Yeah, we don't have our same it
took me a second to realize
the show is starting
because I'm used to the old music.
I know, and that's okay. We have to make adjustments.
Yes.
So welcome back to Pride Festival. Here we have a live show at Loring Park in downtown Minneapolis. Got an observer right there just giving me big wide eyes. Say, Eddie, hello to people walking by in Spanish.
Hola, hola, todos bienvenidos. Estamos para servirte en español en Minnesota Recovery Connection.
Yay!
I love that we're having a bilingual show today.
I think it's just fabulous because what it does is it is inclusive.
Yes.
And when we get to be inclusive to all communities and we get to bring recovery to people who might understand it, might not understand it, don't know what the heck we're doing, it's really important. So, Eddie, I'd like you to just take a few minutes, a couple minutes, and talk to the community, the Spanish-speaking community, about how you get to bring recovery to them so that they can hear it in a way that they understand it completely and wholly.
If you are hearing in English, you can say to your friend who is speaking in Spanish, we are here for help the people who is a Spanish speaker. Y estamos aquí para servirte a todos ustedes que hablan español, que vengan a Minnesota Recovery Connection, que busquen ayuda, que somos una organización que ayuda a la comunidad en recuperación para que estén todos con nosotros. ¡Bienvenida España! ¡Bienvenida! ¡Yay! ¡Sevillana! Estamos muy agradecidos de que la gente pase, nos salude, nos diga hola, porque nos están entendiendo y que sepan que estamos aquí para apoyarlos. Que sepan que Minnesota Recovery Connection tiene un servicio de ayuda en español 24/7. Tenemos una línea de ayuda, tenemos recuperación frente a frente, de uno a uno, tenemos recuperación en grupos, pero aparte de eso, tenemos un lugar especial para ti, un lugar donde te sientas confortable, un lugar donde te sientas en paz, un lugar en donde encuentres tu propia recuperación.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
I know. It's like I feel so integrated in the world because we need to represent anybody and everybody, right, Sarah?
Because recovery is for everybody, no matter what language you speak, what color you are, who you love, all that. It does not matter. Recovery is for everybody.
And
I want to say something.
yes, please.
Some people arrive to our meetings, sometimes they don't even speak in English or Spanish, and they are saying, I can understand you because you are speaking with the language of the heart.
Oh, now there's a moment.
That is
Wow.
a moment.
What do they mean by that?
Well, I think they understand the problem, they understand the situation, but the most important thing, because they have feelings
Yeah.
about the recovery, and they can see how is going their own recovery in that way.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that I say many times when I'm training, Sarah, and you probably see me do it far so many times, is that we speak from our heart. And I
Yes.
always sort of tap my chest because I'm like, this is where we come from at Minnesota Recovery Connection and doing this show. Y'all know I'm coming from my heart to do this show and getting Sarah on board. Thank you, Aaron Fitzgerald, for being part of it. Eddie, all the guests that we've had. The thing is that we are coming from a heartfelt place.
And that we want to use what we've gone through, our lived experience, to hopefully help somebody else.
Exactly.
That we can be that seed planter to maybe think about harm reduction, or think about recovery, or even just think about your use in general.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things is that because we're a recovery program, someone might think, Caddy, you're thanking a sponsor of Violet Wine and Spirits. I appreciate people who are in business and are doing good business for people, because I know some of those places and spaces are also making sure that consumers maybe are aware of using substances. When we talk about all the different places that life happens, we need to remember that even people that are using substances, they're okay. Most of them are okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small population that kind of overdoes it here and there and
Yeah.
everywhere.
And I think just because we're in recovery does not mean that everyone else is in recovery, because I know that Brett was like, you don't have to read the wine one, and we're like, we're fine with it.
Yeah.
Because just because we don't drink
doesn't mean other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's people that can drink normally. I don't understand it, but people do drink normally and go on with their day.
Yeah.
Or night.
And sometimes some people will even go back to use. And I know somebody very close to me that was in recovery for a very long time, and then she went back to use, and then she decided she was going to move back into recovery again. Because sometimes we've got to test the waters.
Yes. And you got to figure out what's right for you.
Right.
And what is right for you. And that's my biggest thing that I've come to realize, is that it's so important to honor whatever people want to do in their recovery. Whether it's abstinence, harm reduction, those are the only two things I can think of right now.
Right.
Because everybody is so unique.
Yep.
And what works for some might not work for others. Like, I have my participant, and I have to constantly remind her that it's okay that you don't go to meetings.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's so ingrained in us that that's what you're supposed to do.
Should do.
And I said, if you enjoy spending time outside with your kids, trying to learn how to garden, if that's what's working for you, and connecting with me once a month and your friends, and that's what works for you, perfect. And she's like, really? And I was like, yes.
Do you?
And she's like, I really appreciate that you remind me of that once
All
a
the
month.
time. Yeah.
Because she feels like she's doing recovery wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not doing it wrong.
No, if you are not using substances and you are living a better life, whatever you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And we live in a system where in the recovery world, if we talk about addiction and substance use disorder, we have to do it a certain way. And that is one of the clear messages that we have at Minnesota Recovery Connection, is that recovery is anywhere, everywhere, however you want to experience it. And the more you expand your world and try something new, you are going to become a bigger and larger human in recovery. So Eddie, down at the end of the table with the cool glasses on. Ooh, you're
He's the
so
cool kid.
fancy. He's a cool kid at the table now. So Eddie, tell us about when you have talked to people about wanting to do the training to be a peer recovery specialist. What's their interest in that? What have they wanted? Do they want to reach out into the community? Do they feel like they can reach out in the community to do peer work?
Yes, in some way, they are trying to pass the gift of recovery to everyone.
Mhm.
Some people call us, or some people say the word sponsor in English.
Uh-huh.
It's like being in that way for us, but we call padrinos. In English means Godfather.
Okay, yeah, I've
It's
heard
like
that.
the high power is telling you to be in service in that way, and you can be as a CPRS taking the training, and you can be our padrino in that way for the recovery people who are speaking in Spanish.
So where does the word mentor come in? Is mentor used in the
Yeah,
Spanish?
mentor is the padrino for us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
mentor, padrino, either one. I said that pretty well, didn't
You
I?
did.
Pretty well. Because I know when we've worked with other communities with other languages, the English language and other languages don't always match. And so when you try to make a message to somebody who's outside the language that you speak, how do you make that connection? And so padrino, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Is something that you can communicate with that community so that they know that you're not trying to change them, make them different. You're giving them support. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, at least you are trying to be in the right cultural way to explain the situation, your recovery, and as I told you, when you are speaking with the language of the heart, the people is gonna understand you because you are not trying to push, you are not trying to teach, you are trying to be in service to the people who is being in recovery.
Right, right. Wonderful. It's that
Giving a gift of your soul.
gift of your soul and your experience in
That's
recovery. And I think that's what everybody at this table has is experience in recovery, whether it's 6 years, which is amazing. Don't take that any bad.
No, it's just when I hear, you're 25, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
But-
like 100 years to me.
I know. I
Or
mean,
like,
It's
with
25.
that
Well-
it seems
along. You know what's interesting is that there was a guy a million years ago that I worked with, and he had 19 years in recovery, and I think I was like 6 months in, and I looked at him in the same way, and I'm like, how in heaven's name do you get to that point? Which means he would have well over 40 years now because it's been that long. And I'm just like, it's kind of crazy, but it's wonderful that people can sustain their recovery.
yes, it is. And that it's not something that's short-lived. It's something that can be a total
A lifespan.
yes.
But it doesn't have to be, folks.
No,
No,
I'm not
I'm
trying
just
to tell
letting-
you what to do.
No, not trying to tell you what to do. So we're coming to the close of the show. Again, I want to thank the sponsors that are being supportive of all of this programming over this weekend. Planned Parenthood, again, used that back in my day, which is marvelous. Violet Wine and Spirits, we love you just because you are who you are. Amy Resnick of No Place Like Home. I have such a hard time reading that. Sorry, Amy. At Remax Results. These are marvelous organizations that are spending their giving the ability to give these shows. Hi, everybody. You can do you. Just go right on through. Got to do what you got to do here. We're at Pride.
Oh my
so-
God, dress.
So I just want to give a shout out to them. And then also, I just want to say, let's wave to the people that are walking down the streets. Hello, people. We're doing a live show, Redefining Recovery Revolution here, helping people that struggle with addiction. Got big smiles on somebody's faces. I hope it was
Hola a
for
todos,
us.
bienvenidos. La recuperación funciona.
Trying to hit all the people walking by.
Yes.
The throngs of people are beginning to hit, aren't they?
Yeah, and the sun is starting to come out.
Yes. It kind of goes in and out and in and out.
I know. So if you are coming down to Pride this weekend, I'm going to sound like a mom, even though I'm only a cat mom. Bring a lot of water.
or buy a lot of water,
Yeah, it's
whichever
gonna
one
be
it is.
hot.
They actually have free water stations, everybody. I saw those. So if you bring your water bottle, they've got free water. I think over the years we've learned that having this in the summer, we need to have free water available. So if you have to buy a bottle, you can fill it up for free, I think. So, Pride Festival, Minnesota Recovery Connection has had a strong connection with the LGBTQIA community. We haven't really mentioned a whole lot about that, so I want to get that in. We honor all pathways to recovery, and we honor all people that are in recovery, because we know that substance use disorder hits the LGBTQIA community particularly hard. We also know that stigma lies deep within the Spanish-speaking community, within other cultural communities as well. Boy, that's a beautiful breeze. And what we want to say about the LGBTQIA community, we used to have what we call an all recovery meeting. Sarah, what is that?
So an all recovery meeting is what we do like a recovery check-in. You check in on your mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. You can talk about what's going on during your week. You can ask for feedback or not. And then how we always end the meeting is what's going right with you today, because we want to help people start thinking differently, because we all can focus on what's going wrong. So we want to help people start thinking about what's going right.
Do a little bit of a brain shift.
Yes.
Because we can all have all those things that are sort of poopy in our lives.
And when you start thinking of what's right with you, your whole mind shift changes and your outlook on life can change, and positive thoughts can manifest great things.
Yes, they can.
Not
Thank
that
you very
I
much.
thought about that at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm a manifestation kind of lady.
Yes. Are you a manifestation kind of guy, Eddie?
What is that?
So like you're thinking positive thoughts, and so like you're thinking positive thoughts, so something positive will happen.
Well, everything can happen in my life. Everything could be for one reason, and everything is gonna be good at some point.
Okay. So you just live in positivity.
Yes.
And Greg over there was like, he's living in manifesting,
regular day,
manifesting
is-
positive
yes.
things.
It's in that way. Yes.
Yes.
I-
And I can
it-
see
it-
Brett over there too. And I want to say hi to Patrick. Hi, Patrick, back at the studio.
I think Eddie was
um,
going to say something.
Oh, Eddie, I'm sorry. Okay, so we are down to our last moment here. I want to say thank you to AM 950 for having us at the Pride Festival. Thank you, everybody who's here. I want to do a shout out quickly to all the shows that are coming up. So at 11 o'clock, we have Reckoning with Real Estate. At 12, we have Connections Radio. At 1 o'clock, we have Native Roots Radio. 2 o'clock, we have the Gailey Show. 3 o'clock, we have Illegal trans women. What is that?
Illegal trans women.
Illegal trans women. 4 o'clock, there's Food Freedom Radio. On Sunday, Do Different, Do Better, Sorting Through Life, Downright Upright, Matt Nick Neal Show, and Gailey Show at Ghost Box Radio with Greg. Oh, Greg. So thank you for listening to Redefining Recovery. Recovery
Thank you.
Revolution. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
A toda la comunidad.